Welcome, Chin Pokemon.
Hmm.
Another mail from Aaron Hill, of which nobody cares. Hey Sam, you ever drop by the safe house I built for you? Nope. I tried to report back to the director once I finally had the thing up and running, but I never heard nothing back. No heart of gold after all. No manners neither. Man, I could have cried after all the trouble I went to. And between you and me, maybe I did just a little. Not so much as a nice job. That's the least a guy can expect after a trek like that, don't you think? But right when I was about to give up on life, an angel appeared to save me. That's right, fragile. That sweet little ray of sunshine whisked me right back in an instant. She seemed awful tired, though. Had me a little worried. There's something in the air here in Mountain Knot City, too. Something funky. Plus, Lochna's up run off somewhere. But you're okay, right, Sam? I damn well hope so. We're here for you, and we're praying that you make it. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep doing it, Sam. Keep doing it. I mean,
Sam, you're not going to believe what I found.
probably not.
It's about the BB experiments, their true purpose. According to official records, they were continued in secret on the order of President Strand, supposedly with the primary objective of developing BT detectors and preventing void-outs. Any advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to be of purely secondary benefit. But it turns out, that's just a cover story. The truth is, Sam, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for the operation of the chiral network. They're integrated into the infrastructure of Knot cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, carrying out her mother's grand plan, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear and did what she thought had to be done. Also, America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her her soul. The chiral network is our greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about Cliff and the BB experiments, we'd be better placed to judge. I'll be in touch.
Sounds like you should call it the BB Network, huh? How are they embedded? For lack of a better word. Fresh pizza delivery, eh, Peter? But that's not your real name, is it, Peter? It's Higgs, Peter. Higgs Monaghan? Where does Monaghan come from? Monaghan Moffagan. An unknown man's journal. Today I made a delivery to a shelter near Middle Knot City. It was my longest trip to date, a new personal best. Back when I was starting out, people tried to warn me off the life, saying it was dangerous for prepper youngins to make runs, and that no one would ever really trust me. But what was I supposed to do? Kids without parents need to eat too. It's not like I had any skills. 2 arms, 2 legs, a whole lot of grit. That's all I had to offer. Worked out okay so far. I bring people what they need, and in return they do right by me. The more deliveries I make, the more orders I get. Never a porter around when you need one, so as long as you don't fuck up too badly, someone out to throw you a bone. Helps that I've got a sixth sense for BTs too. Pretty rare, that. It's probably one of the reasons why I get so much work. Sometimes people praise me, tell me I'm doing society a service by helping my fellow man. Can't say that factors into it. I'd sooner keep to myself if I could. But I've got to survive somehow, and I sure as hell ain't gonna manage myself. So you're Higgs, right? Another prepper's kicked the bucket. I went to deliver his medicine as usual this morning, but I guess I was pretty damn late. Poor guy wasn't just dead, but on the verge of going necro. Wasn't no time to take him to an incinerator, so I had to dump him in the nearby BT territory. Better than leaving him to pop, especially since my own shelter is close by. Gotta look out for number one. When I dumped him, though, just before he popped, it was like I could feel the BTs reacting to the corpse. Saw the beach, too. Strangest thing, but I'd felt it before. When I first disposed of someone. The sensation was stronger this time, though. No doubt about it. No doubt about it? Alright. Don't know if this means I've got dooms, but I'm starting to think there's something special about me. Right, so that broken shelter in the crater is Higgs's original one? A delivery outfit out west heard tell of my BT sensing abilities and has expressed an interest in bringing me on board. Seems they operate outside Bridges' sphere of influence, and they want to leverage my experience and know-how to expand their operation. Could be interesting. It's funny. I started making runs out of necessity to stay alive, but that's all changed. I'm an altruist now. I live to help other people. Preppers around these parts rely on me. Hell, they wouldn't last 5 minutes without me. What would my daddy say if he could see me now, He taught me man's his own keeper, but here I am, part of a community, working with other people, bringing the world together. Daddy always told me that the wide, wide world was dangerous, that we had to stay in our shelter, spend our whole life there, die there. Well, fuck that. Community's what it's all about. A buddy of mine died today. He was out in the mountains on a delivery, and it was so goddamn foggy, I guess he lost sight of the trail. He called me asking for help, but then the line went dead. I saw the void out from here. Nearly blinded me. Guess he wandered into BT territory. There's not many of us porters left these days. Not many you could trust to get the job done anyway. Folks quitting or dying, going mule. Attrition's a bitch. If we're to keep on, we're gonna need better equipment and someone else who can track BTs. I can still manage sometimes, but my power's getting weaker. I can feel it. Just wish I knew what to do, 'cause at this rate, I'm fucked. We all are. Ha and Ka, body and soul. The two become separated, you die. In this world, at least. The death ain't the end, though. So long as your soul's got a body to come back to, you can be reborn. Resuscitated, anyway. That's why people built coffins and sarcophagi, to preserve the body so the soul had a home it could return to. I learned all this and more from an old book I found, The Wisdom of the Egyptians. Chock full of interesting tidbits about death and how to overcome it, like the golden death masks of the pharaohs, the ones decorated using magical adornments as an indication of the wearer's prestige and power. I tell you what, if we've learned anything from the beach, it's that the Egyptians had it all figured out. That's why I've decided to give myself a mask. Not a death mask, though, but one for living, for ruling. Today's the last day anyone sees my face. I don't need it anymore. Well, that explains the outfit and the mask. A Bridges way station out west got taken out by terrorists. Used a void out to do it. They dumped a corpse nearby and let it go necro, dropping BTs right in people's laps. Word is Demons heard that Bridges was sending an expeditionary force out west to facilitate the reconstruction of America, or some such. Guess they didn't take kindly to that. Terrorists, separatists, isolationists, all these folks claim America is coming for their freedom, that the old guard wants to put them in chains, make the individual subservient to the collective. They ask what's in it. They ask what's it all for in a post-Stranding world, when today's triumph is tomorrow's crater. Daddy used to spout the same tired lines, said America never did nothing for nobody. That's why we took to living in a shelter. Better down in the hole that out there under their thumb. That's out there under their thumb? Okay. Yeah, he was a real saint, my daddy. Tried to run a few times, but he just dragged me back inside, kicking and screaming, where he'd put those heavy hands of his to work and remind me what had happened if I disrespected his authority. But that's love, isn't it? His way of looking after an orphan child he raised as his own. He was only trying to protect me from the evils of the outside world. I owe him my life, and my powers, too. First time I ever sensed a BT was when I held him, moments before he went necro. Just like when I dumped that prepper's body. My daddy showed me that corpses are precious, powerful things. They're so much more than bombs. Terrorists ought to treat them with proper respect. So classic child abuse. You loved your abuser, you became the abuser. Classic, Broseph. I've had us team up with a bunch of porters who service the central part of the country. Had to be done. The writing was on the wall for my crew otherwise. And guess what? Their leaders got dooms. I've got a feeling we're gonna be good friends. Demons and terrorists have been getting more aggressive ever since the Bridges expedition team set out. As if BTs and mules weren't enough. Now we've got to keep our eyes peeled for those assholes when we're making runs. All the more reason we've got to come together, get organized. Me and my new partner, we've been talking about consolidating our operations so we can cover the whole continent. If we do, I suppose that would make us like the UCA in some respects. Different structure and methods, but similar ideology. A deep and abiding belief in the importance of community. But the devil's in the details, isn't it? Rules, structures. Can't just let people make decisions for themselves. And therein lies the risk. Can't have us repeating the sins of the past with another USA. And demons, well, they ain't about to think for themselves. At the end of the day, a community needs a strong leader. And the God's honest truth is that I'm the only one cut out for it. The rumors I'd heard about my new partner's powers don't do her justice. I knew she had dooms, but she's on a whole other level, I tell you. I've never seen anything like it. Not only can she perceive BTs, but she can actually use the beach. Compared to hers, my powers are nothing. Parlor tricks, courtesy of a few corpses. But it doesn't matter. Not so long as I've got her. Before we met, I was bound by the limitations of my abilities. I was a blind man, groping for shadows of a secret realm. But now, because of her, I can actually go to the beach. The beach! With her by my side, I can reshape this world, not into what it was with the old USA, not like what Bridges wants. Something new, something everlasting, right here and now. A world where we are free to do whatever we goddamn please. My partner's powers are extraordinary, sure, but deep down I know the two of us alone don't have what it takes to bring true, lasting freedom to the people. Everything we've done, that we've continued to do, no matter how much it may seem to bring people together, it's still a far cry from the way it should be. Timefall, BTs, chiral clouds, all this and more serves to cut us off from the rest of creation. And I have to say, I don't think that's ever going to change. Even people like me and my partner, we have our limits. But now I've met someone who has none. Someone who could save the world from this madness, make it whole again, put our shattered pieces back together. Hmm. Let's see what we can do. Oh. You don't even have legs on, son.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters.
All terrain or speed? I mean, all terrain, right? Let's go. I guess I probably want some repair spray. Back into
Weapons restrictions lifted.
ladders and ropes are a problem. Wait, I don't even have to do this on foot, do I? Then why am I? I guess I'm making a point to myself. I mean, I don't know if I want to try skating down the mountain. Does that work?
Well, enjoy it. At least while it lasts.
Holy shit. I guess it works, kind of. Hang on there, carrier. This is fucking hilarious. Oh boy. Stop, 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 stop.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, boy, boy. No! You gotta be more careful, son. Well, you're not gonna like that. Son of a cunt. Alright, you're really messing with my system here. Alright. I don't like you guys. Just wanted to deliver pizza. Leave me alone.
Bridges up. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Hmm.
7% damage. Come on now.
Hey, Sam, I see you're coming up on Lake Knot. Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the job and come home safe. By the way, I've made more progress in a certain investigation. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists conducting the BP experiments. But he did so completely unaware of their true intentions. This is pure speculation, but I think when Cliff found out about their plans, he attempted to reclaim custody. And after he failed, the BB remained in the program's care. In which case, he would have every reason to bear a grudge towards the president, the woman who allowed it all to happen, don't you think? But just because President Strand is dead, doesn't mean his hate died with her. No, I think he redirected it towards Bridges. Towards you and Amelie and anyone close to the director. And now that hate is driving him to set in motion the last Stranding, to bring an end to the world as we know it. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an EE. There's no time to lose. You have to save her, and the director. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel to her beach in the first place. There must be more to their relationship. I'll see what I can find.
Wait. Is Amelie BB's mom and still alive on the table, but her soul is on the beach? That would explain so much, actually. Alright. That must be it. We're close to it.
Keeping up. Weapons restrictions lifted.
BBEE Extinction Event EE Emmerich 33 Code G Ma. Crazy mofo. And I mean that in the nicest way.
There we go.
Dumb. Come on, Peter, let's get you on the map, Mr. Higgs. Poor Peter. Just chucked him in the tar pit.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
No! Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. You idiot.
Delivering cargo.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
What's the damage? 8%. Can we live with that? $1.5. Well, thank you, Higgs. Really? At this point in the game? Really? That would have been so handy 17 hours ago.
Cargo addressed to Porter awaiting collection.
It's a star pants waiting in the sky.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
What is that goddamn noise? Oh my. The UCA.
Chiral communications established. Chiral printer is now operational. Good work.
To do what? Print guns? specially customized handgun that can be loaded not only with automatic rounds, but only with golden rounds, which are even more effective against BTs. Note that using golden rounds will expend chiral crystals. That's it. HG. Yeah.
There's a time for everything. This ain't it.
Aww. 1,000 milliliters. Especially for you.
No, can't do it now.
You have to do it now. Mr. Higgs. I am the particle of God. Fuck Sam, to hell with you. Game over, Sam. That's what your costume is based on. Higgs was here. Who needs bridges? Me? I'm bound to all of it. This world, that world, and our sweet little angel of death. Are you now? Woo! You've been following me for quite some time, eh?
There we go.
Pizza, 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 you SO pizza. Tomato, onion, and love. Huh. Amelie, oh Amelie, the one, the savior. The world is calling for deliveries, but I need more power. No continues for you, Sam.
What's this? Something for the director? Pity he's not around to accept it. I'll hold on to it for safekeeping. Allow me to thank you on his behalf.
Oh boy. 9 others? 9 others. 9 others.
Thank you for your contribution.
Well, shit. Motherfucker said 9. That's gonna be about 100 total. This crazy motherfucker. Samantha America Strand, Amelie. The moment I met her, I knew she was destined to make us whole again. She told me we'd do it together, and even gave me a gift. A bridge baby. It's a BT sensor of sorts, although it looks like a newborn, but it's not. Amelie says it was born on the beach, and that it serves as a link between our world and the other side. Between me and her, too. If I keep it with me at all times. She called it a new child for a new era. A new world order. I'm not just a delivery guy anymore. I'm a herald for her and her new world. Called it. She's given me everything I ever wanted, ever needed, and now I'm free to cut Fragile loose. BB reminds me of a baby doll, but it's no toy, that's for sure. Neither dead nor alive. Half human, half something else. An inhabitant of the in-between, like a mummy. A lump of flesh wrapped around a shriveled yet still beating heart. So many symbols to choose from, all signifying that humanity's reached the end of the road. The Stranding was big number 6. I see that now, and so much more. The void outs, the bodies, birthing BTs, all aspects of a single phenomenon that exists solely to wipe us off the face of the earth. We can't stop what's coming. It's inevitable. Putting Humpty Dumpty back together won't change a goddamn thing. And risking life and limb to try a fool's errand. Why sacrifice what little you've got in the here and now for a future that'll never come? It's wasteful and meaningless. Amelie'd agree, I'm sure. That is such an interesting choice of words, Higgs. I met Amelie on the beach again and pressed her for more answers about the Stranding, but she wouldn't give me anything. Maybe she's got nothing left to give. Maybe she's waiting till the time is right. I don't know. I don't care. We all know there's no escaping extinction. I'm struggling to see her angle. Why even pretend to rebuild? Why rail against the inevitable? If there's another layer to this, I can't work it out, and I'm getting sick and tired of trying. If she's not gonna let me in on her plans, I'm gonna have to assume the worst and take matters into my own hands. Give humanity the coup de grace myself. I just need the power to do it. Dear Diary, today I nuked Middle Knot City. Wiped it clean off the map. Didn't carry the bomb myself, of course. Fragile did the honors. Delivered my mercy to the people like a good little porter. I'm sure she's surprised, but she shouldn't be. Death and destruction are part and parcel of the human condition, and bringing people together only exacerbates that. Be careful what you wish for, huh? It's like when our ancestors came from the old world to the new, and brought their old world diseases with them. Natives had no immunity, and over half died in the blink of an eye. Bam. And we've only come up with better, more effective ways of killing ever since. The network's just another means of hastening the end. This was always the logical conclusion of our efforts, mine and Fragile's. Maybe that's why I partnered up with her, because in my heart of hearts, I knew I was building to this. I knew it was building to this. Porter, where to begin? Doom's repatriate, lone wolf, Amelie's adopted brother, motherfucker. Impression I get is that he's a loner who found meaning in being a good Samaritan. Yeah, I tried that mask on for size once upon a time. Sweet little Amelie, though. She buys into his act. Thinks he's got what it takes to help her make America great again. I tell you what, the more I look into it, the more it seems like he might actually be a true believer. Fucking hell. Anyway, he's a dead man walking. Even with Amelie's help, he'll be in Central before long. And the second he shows, I'm bringing a shit ton of BTs down on his head and turning that place into a crater. Then it's bye-bye Sammy Porter, bye-bye Bridges HQ, bye-bye Expedition Team. Sam's still alive. Not even a void out's enough to keep a repatriate down. Sticks in my craw. Second expedition got wiped out, obviously. But Sam seems happy to head west all by himself. Stupid fuck's crazier than me. Or maybe just desperate. Still can't figure why rebuilding the nation's so important to him. Well, whatever. He wants to keep at it, he can be my guest. Even if he still had the others backing him up, it wouldn't make a difference. Ending's already been written. I've worked it out. Worked out exactly how it's gonna go down. But Dooms alone isn't enough. I need a greater power to finish the job. To rain down fire and brimstone on these modern day Sodoms and Gomorrahs. I've discovered the truth about the Death Stranding. Amelie's powers have nothing to do with Doom's. She's destruction incarnate. The angel of the Death Stranding. The extinction entity. I understand now what my true role is. The bridge that will deliver her judgment to this world. The executor of the end. No one knows, not even Sam. But they will. Sam's arrived in Port Knot City, and with Fragile to boot. I think I'll meet them there and bring a BT or two along for the ride. It's past time I showed Bridges how powerful I've become. Come one, come all. We'll have ourselves an annihilation party, and when it's over, there'll be no one left to come between me and Amelie and the end of the world. God damn, is Sammy boy stubborn. Just ain't the quitting type. Seems it's rubbing off on Amelie, too. Girl's trying to fight her true nature. Flip the script. Oh, for all the good it'll do her. What difference does it make if it ends tomorrow or a million years from now? This planet's 4.6 billion years old, and the universe, God only knows. Humanity's entire history is a blip on that timescale. What's the fucking point of fighting for a fraction longer? Anyway, Sam and Fragile made it to Lake Knot City, which is just as well. I reckon my old partner's due for a stroll down memory lane, a saunter through the crater she carved out with that nuke of mine. Come to think of it, maybe Sam ought to walk with her. Yeah, I think I'll have him make a special delivery for me. Well, shit. Sam and Fragile managed to dispose of my nuke before it went off. They weren't smart enough to see through my disguise, but something must have tipped them off. Probably what I wrote on the tag. I know I should have resisted the temptation, but come on, who the hell reads that shit these days? And now he's halfway to the coast, but he's in my neck of the woods now, and my boys ain't about to let up. We're gonna make him regret ever fucking with me and mine. The fuck was that storm that sucked up Sam? A supercell or whatever? I hooked up my BB just before I arrived, and it started shaking and blinking, and ugh, it's all gone sideways. And there's something else out there. Something all kinds of fucked up. Don't need BB to tell me that. I've got Amelie. Fucking finally. She's trapped in Edgenot City. A horde of BTs all around. She's not going anywhere now. No, I'm gonna go take good care of my sweet little angel of death. My extinction entity. We got plans, me and her. As for you, Sammy boy, you're gonna learn what it means to for. Welcome to the edge, Sam. You're a real asshole, but I've got to admit, you've got grit. You remind me of me in that regard, and 'cause we share a connection to Amelie. She gave you your dream catcher, me my Kipu. But you've never seen her face, have you? Never looked her in the eye and seen her for what she truly is. Time to wake up and smell the ashes, Sammy boy. Time for me to tell you, to tell everyone, the truth that hides in the heart of the Stranding. You're gonna love it. I'd go grab some shut-eye at a distro center or whatever if I were you. We've got a showdown coming, and you're gonna want to be fighting fit. Just don't keep me waiting too long. You're all alone now. You've lost everything. Your mask, her Kipu, the BB doll, gone. You thought you had the power, that you were the one fated to lead them unto extinction? Yet here you are, alone. You thought you were in control, that this was your role, your dream, the verge of victory, of oblivion for one and all. Herald, executor, pawn, God particle? Ha! A stupid name for a stupid goddamn fool. This was your life, Higgs, your tale, told by an idiot, full of sound and righteous fury, signifying nothing. So who wrote this if not Higgs? It says it's written by Higgs, but are you talking to yourself, fella? The verge of victory of oblivion for one and all. Herald, executor, pawn, God particle. Stupid name for a stupid goddamn fool. This was your life, Higgs. Your tale told by an idiot, full of sound and righteous fury, signifying nothing. Great vengeance and furious anger.
Keep on keeping on.
I mean, is this going somewhere? In that case, I'll just go on foot, you know?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, this is so dumb. Who even?
Got a moment, Sam? It's
Not
about the
really.
director. So there's no way he could have made the jump to Amelie's Beach if they didn't share a strong personal connection, right?
Go
Well,
on.
I looked, and I couldn't see one. The network should have contained something, anything, but there was nothing whatsoever. His entire life prior to his tenure with Bridges has been redacted. His name, his past, everything. There's no telling who he was. Which led me to consider another possibility. What if it isn't the director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford Unger? And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie's Beach? If it's those two who have a personal history, then it might explain why Cliff is holding the director hostage as well. But even if that were the case, it doesn't answer the bigger question. How the hell did the two of them end up on Amelie's Beach?
Sam, Hartman here. There's something else I'd like you to consider. A guess, albeit an educated one, concerning Cliff's objective. Somehow, with the aid of the chiral network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single massive seam. Should this process continue, there is a risk that BTs will flood across into our world, bringing about a death stranding on a heretofore unprecedented scale. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon, existing entirely in isolation. They do not and have never intersected with others. But what if there were another class of beach, one that exists on a higher plane, that was responsible for setting this process in motion? And what if the beach in question were none other than Amelie's? Cliff may have summoned the director, but I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's Beach, to exploit its power over every other beach, and trigger the last stranding. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's actions, which is why you have to stop him.
If Hartman's right, then we're in serious trouble. Using the chiral network in Amelie's Beach to trigger the last stranding? That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. Yeah, it all fits. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that stole his life and his child. You've got to stop him, Sam. You've got to make the jump to Amelie's Beach as soon as possible. Get in and get her back. It's our only hope. If you can't, then we're all doomed.
I kinda wanna go there.
hand it over.
Oh, hi, John.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You shoot him. Aw, John, come on. I am your diehardman. Cliffhanger. What is this, Vietnam all over again? Can't save it. Alright.
He's gotta be somewhere, right? Is his target blue? Where are we this time?
Golden rubber rounds. Oh my. Oh, the baby sounds are a nice touch. Yeah, why not?
I'll make it right. I was born to fight. Tango, tango. Engage hostiles. Tango, tango.
No time to tango.
Open fire.
Don't do nothing stupid, bro.
I need backup. Light him up.
Oh, for funk's sake, every fucking time. This is not a shooter game, bro. This is not a shooter game. Son of a bitch. Alright. I'll try to do it seriously.
Light him up. Hold the tree. Hold the tree. We need reinforcements. Move!
I want my baby back.
So my folks.
Baby. Get my baby. My dear baby. Baby. I need you, baby. I was born to fight. I'll make it right. Baby. My name is Clifford Unger. I need you, baby. I'll make it right. Baby. Tango! need reinforcements. Move. Move. We need reinforcements! Move! Get my baby. I'm sorry. My name is Clifford Unger. Baby. I want my baby back. I was born to fight. I'm sorry. I need you, baby. Die hard, man. Get my baby. Where are you, baby? Baby. Where are you, baby?
Dumb. Oh, really? Fucking asshole. Oh, that's it. Again with this shit, bro. Just let it slide.
Open fire! Secure the area! Don't let it down, boy!
Fuck off. At this point, fuck right off.
Baby. We're getting out of here. I promise. Give me back my baby.
Are you clear of hunger?
Who are you?
Are you the father?
They told me your name was Sam Porter. When you were Sam Bridges. My bridge
Sam
to the future.
Strand.
Sam, you bring people together. You're that bridge to the future. Come on, Sam. Stand up. Take BB and get out of this place. There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry. Now, she orders me to do something. I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this. Why are you helping me? If they catch you. Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home.
Sam, are you okay? I reviewed your logs. It looks like you were caught in a supercell and emerged an instant later on the other side of Ground Zero. Not far from Port City.
How'd I wind up here then?
Remember Victor? He found you lying unconscious by the harbor and brought you inside.
I think Cliff might be Lou's father.
You know shit,
Give me
Sherlock.
back my BB.
Impossible. Cliff was born...
He gave me this. Maybe he's trying to tell us something. Something about the BBs, maybe. About how they were made. Didn't feel like he was trying to hurt us. It felt like he just wanted to talk.
But you said you saw him holding the director captive on the beach.
Yeah. They must have some history we don't know about. Them and Bridget.
Funny you should say that. I've got something you should see. Found it in the archives while I was digging around. It's a pre-recorded message from the director labeled, "If I don't come back."
All right. This message is insurance, in case something happens to me. For Bridget's eyes only. And I sure as hell hope that's who's watching. I got a little present from Emily. Said she'd take me to the beach if I wanted. But I'd need this doll to show me the way. It's a trap. It has to be. But I've decided to play along. You've all been playing along too, haven't you? You know this mask hides more than just my face. Well, Emily's a blank slate too. No past. No record she ever existed. She's a ghost. And the thing about ghosts, I never met Emily in person. Have you? Ever seen her in the flesh, shook her hand, touched her? The original team we sent was divided into two groups. Emily was with the first. Mama and Hartman were with the second. They had no direct contact with her.
Yes. Amelie's group was wiped out in Edgenorth City. Everyone but her. Everyone who could say whether or not she exists.
Bullshit. She's real. We touched, all right? She and I both.
Well, I've only ever interacted with her hologram.
I'm telling you, I've met her. In person. Lots of times when I was little.
Yes, but on the beach.
Here's what the president had to say about her daughter. Emily was born on the beach. There her Ka remained, though her Ha came to this world. This division of body and soul forced her to spend most of her childhood in the hospital. But though her health was poor, her Doom's numbers were off the charts. Her supernatural talents blossomed as she grew older and overcame her limitations. But by the time she was 20, she could travel to and from the beach, body and all. And that's where she started spending all of her time. Now, if you wanted to get in touch with Emily, it was via hologram or nothing. The president insisted on that. I swore an oath to the president and to America. As far as I was concerned, her word was law. So when she said Emily was her daughter and the best candidate to succeed her, I believed it. But when the archives were restored, I couldn't resist testing out my access privileges. And that's how I found out Bridget was diagnosed with uterine cancer in her 20s and couldn't have children.
They sure look alike.
You see, doesn't add up, does it? There's no way Emily could be Bridget's biological daughter. So where'd she come from? Who is she? Is she even real? How can we be sure that Emily is an extinction entity when we don't even know if Emily is Emily? Hell, for all I know, the EE theory might be bullshit. But if it's not, if she's the cause of the death stranding, then I have to accept her invitation. I've loaded my gun with hermetic rounds. Sam's blood.
It connects my gun to her, to me, to him, all of us. Which means I should be able to take it with me to the beach. I'm gonna stop what she started by stopping her. One last confession. I'm just a man. No powers, nothing special. Don't have dooms, I can't repatriate like Sam either. Don't know the first thing about dying, I had never tried it. Yeah. I've been to hell. Every single battlefield was hell. But no matter how terrible it got, I never died. Because all I ever did was run from death. Well, I gotta go. She's calling for me. Bridges, don't let me down.
Bridges. All right.
After he recorded this, the director jumped to the beach. Or rather, Amelie summoned him there.
He had a gun to Bridget when I saw him. Then Cliff showed up, took him away.
I thought he went to the beach to confront Amelie.
Yeah, she was there too. She was the one who got me out.
Huh. It's so obvious to me now. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. It was Amelie who...
What happened?
The chiral network dropped out. According to Lakhna, it won't be long before it's completely unusable.
So all our hard work was for nothing.
Let me finish what I was saying, Sam.
I'll tell him.
Fragile. You look like shit. You should be resting.
I know. I need to tell you something. I had a little chat with Higgs back on the beach. Didn't take much to make him talk.
You say why he betrayed you?
He said it was part of her plan.
What?
She was their leader. The terrorist void-outs, the whole extinction agenda, Amelie was behind it all.
Like hell she was.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it lines up with what Die Hard Man said. Higgs turned on me after he met Amelie. At first, he was looking to expand his territory, and I had a power he could use. At least, that's how he ended up working with me. He was no terrorist. He just wanted to reach more people. But then she shows up with abilities that put mine to shame. Hell, she could even control BTs. So Higgs decides to go with her. And that's when she turned him into her agent of extinction.
Amelie gave Higgs his power.
Yep, she made him her homo demons.
What about Bridget? You care to tell me what she was doing on the beach? You got an answer for that too?
I know it's a lot to swallow. But Higgs said himself that Amelie is an extinction entity. I looked inside his pod, and there was no BB in there. Take a good look at what was. It's the same doll Die Hard Man had. This is their bridge baby. There's this idea that the terrorists brought back BB tech and Bridges was just following suit. It's garbage. Their methods and yours are completely different. Your BB links you to the world of the dead. Their doll links them to Amelie and her beach.
You know who else had dolls like this? Cliff. He was carrying them on the battlefields. Cliff, Higgs, the director. All three of them were drawn in and controlled by this extinction entity. And who is this EE really? Is it Bridget? Is it Amelie?
All I can say is that the answers are on the beach. What she wants and why.
If we get to the bottom of that, then maybe we can still avert the last stranding.
You've got to find her, Sam.
Whoever she really is.
She's waiting for you on the beach. Hurry back east.
Sam, the connection's unstable, so I'll keep this short. We have a job for you. Fragile's condition is deteriorating. If she slips into a coma, there's a chance her soul might become stranded on the beach. She needs cryptobiotes fast. Luckily for us, Fragile Express keeps a stockpile there in Port City. So we'd like you to grab some for us while you're in the area. All the details are on the terminal upstairs. Please, Sam. This is critical.
She needs cryptobiotes. Connection lost, huh?
Oh.
Can't customize backpack. Why the fuck do I even have it? And here I was thinking I could get different color suits in the game. Nope, not even that. Junk dealer, I'm gonna get her back. Hey Sam, still your own man? Still out there walking that lonely road? I've been a little lonely myself, to tell the truth. I know I did nothing but complain when she was here, but now she's not. I can't hardly think straight. Still, compared to how far Amelie is from you, she's just around the corner, which is why I'm gonna suck it up, say sorry, and beg her to take me back. Wish me luck, pal. I'm gonna need it. Alright, JD. Locked in syndrome. By Die Hardman. So it's been decided that Amelie will lead the expedition. In terms of talent and temperament, it was only ever going to be her or Sam Strand. But we don't know where Sam is, which made the decision easy. Besides, there's no denying she's special. Amelie was born on the beach, or rather, her physical body, her Ha, that was born into this world, while her spiritual essence, her Ka, was born on the beach. Medically speaking, they weren't sure what to call it. In the end, they settled on a diagnosis similar to what's known as locked-in syndrome, a condition where the subject is mentally present but physically unable to move their body, except for their eyes sometimes. The president was able to communicate with Amelie's soul on the beach, but her body remained as it was when she was born. But after a time, thanks mainly to the president's efforts, she began to show progress. Amelie's physical and spiritual selves gradually came together, and her body began to develop normally. It was right about then that they realized she was also a doom sufferer, and began to ascertain her incredible abilities. She can transport herself physically to her own beach. Guess it makes sense. That world is more real to her than this one. She may have overcome her initial struggles, but she still spent most of her life on the other side. And over there, time stands still, which is why even now she looks like she's in her 20s. Eventually, the president came to feel that her daughter had been through enough. From that point onward, all communication with Amelie would be via hologram, even during the expedition. She wouldn't be in direct contact with most of the team. It's not a bad plan, to be fair. It'll help to keep her out of reach of terrorists for a start. Hartman, about the Dreamcatcher. There is a psychological framework which posits that the human personality is comprised of various strands. Our inner mind, our outer character, each is a strand or thread, made up of yet smaller threads which intertwine with others to make us who we are. And in nurturing each strand, we become better people and inure ourselves against psychological harm, or so the theory goes. As odd as it may sound, this is not an entirely dissimilar concept to the one which lies behind that most ubiquitous of Ojibwe artifacts, the Dreamcatcher. You've seen them before, yes? A woven web of threads said to protect the mind from harm by trapping nightmares, thus ensuring that only pleasant dreams pass through. It's actually the other way around with dream catchers, but that's a story for another day. It is no coincidence that these charms came to symbolize the pan-Indian movement of the 20th century. The many and varied Native American tribes strove to set aside their differences in order to foster a group identity, a singular dream. As such, it came to symbolize what made them one people, what united them. In essence, strands can represent that which makes us who we are, that which differentiates us from what we are not, and the bonds we share with one another. Quipus. Quipu means knot in the Quechua language. Objects given this name were used in ancient Incan society to record and transmit information, and yes, Amelie just so happens to wear one. The Inca would pass quipu from one place to another via a network of messengers known as chasquis. You might be surprised at the complexity that can be communicated through a simple system of knots, and not in merely numerical data. It is said that whole histories could be contained in these intricate webs. Some theories suggest that they were ascribed magical properties too. Certain combinations of knotted numbers were thought to encourage the dead to sleep peacefully in their graves, for example. Thus, we see that the quipu is at once a tool for communication, storytelling, and ritual. Alright, that will be it.